Hey guys, welcome back to some more Sonic Heroes. Now it's time for Team Dark to grind.
Now reloading my favorite game.
Energy detected. Ground base up ahead.
I don't know why this shot of Omega grinding, it always looks like he wears a skirt because you can see his metal flapping in the wind.
Oh, the flaps on the sides, yeah.
Yeah. It always looks like a skirt from far away.
Hey, he just wanted a little bit of personality, okay?
Don't knock his dress, man.
Style, don't you know?
Yeah.
It's a kilt, didn't you know?
It's a kilt.
Oh man, now I just want a drawing of Irish Omega. Hey, we got Irish the Hedgehog, why not? Irish Omega next.
Oh.
Irish the Hedgehog, voiced by Jacksepticeye.
I think that was cool. They allowed him to do that.
I thought that was actually kind of funny too that they did that. Whoa! What the heck did you?
Well,
do?
he didn't
Oh,
apparently think that. He's like,
He's like, fuck these rails. I'm just gonna.
I mean, grinding is optional.
Grinding is optional.
Optional.
It's like, I'm not dealing with this.
I can fly, so I might as well.
take advantage of it.
Fire, fire. It is kind of funny whenever you switch over to him. Yeah, he goes, annihilate. So if you do it real quick, he goes, annihilate, 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 annihilate.
I mean, yeah, it happens all the time. Like when you try to do the Team Blast glitch with Team Dark, every time you have to keep on swapping back between the Flay and Power character. You just keep on healing that Annihilate to build it up. And it's actually kind of fitting for that reason, because yeah, we're going to annihilate you with this Team Blast.
Now, I think I might have asked you this question before. I know this is kind of a silly question to ask, especially since you recorded this game. Which one do you think is the better game, Heroes or Shadow the Hedgehog?
Personally, I think Heroes is the better game, but that's also because there's a lot more about Heroes I really do enjoy. Shadow the Hedgehog is a fine game. I think it's kind of hated on a little more than it should be. It does have its issues, that's for sure, but I don't think it's as good as this because it has a lot more padding in comparison. Needing to play through the game 10 times compared to this game's 4 is a big difference.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, granted, each playthrough is only, like, what? 2 hours at most?
Yeah, but to be fair, same for this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. But, like, Shadow the Hedgehog, like, I really do think that game is hated a little too much. And, yeah, like you said, it does have its issues. And honestly, the only issue I can really say the game has, besides, you know, the weird, questionable story choices and game design choices, but other than that, it's a very good. It's probably got the best like shooting mechanics in a platformer I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is better than some other platforming games that shoehorned in a shooting mechanic. And I still say, out of all the 3D Sonic games, Shadow has the best lightspeed dash function because it's so good in comparison to all the other games, which half the time don't work.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the only reason why people thought the game was bad, besides obviously the whole,
Because it was bad?
besides the whole, you have to beat the game multiple times in order to get the true ending, is basically it's like, oh my gosh, why are they making them cuss? Oh, why does he have a gun? Why is he killing people? This is insane. That's the only reason why I felt like it was hated, really.
Yeah, well, it was always looked at to be like this really weird tone shift, which it is, to be fair, but if you ignore that stuff, just like skip the cutscenes, it still plays out like any other 3D Sonic game, especially at the time. You're just trying to go fast, go from point A to point B, and then you have optional tasks if you don't like that kind of gameplay style. You can do other different missions. Again, it's not for everyone, so I can understand that, but it gets more hate than it does kind of deserve nowadays.
Yeah, especially when games like, you know, Sonic 06, then again, I kind of am starting to get to the point where I feel like it's getting hated way too much. But, like, Sonic Boom and all these other games exist. Sonic Chronicles exists, that's another one. You know, and just I look back and I'm like, Shadow the Hedgehog is actually kind of a decent game. It's not even that bad. So it's like it's not even. It's like just it's. If I had to give it a grade, it's probably a B. I think it's a serviceable game, but it's just I don't know. I'm starting to think that Sonic 06 is getting hated way too much now. But then again, that's a horse that was dead for a long time, and they took baseball bats and started beating on it like 50 bazillion times because he got big on YouTube because look at the bad game.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you hear a lot of people say it's bad because it's bad. They don't give a reason. They're like, yeah, it's a bad game. But it's not bad because it's bad. It's bad because it actually has problems. And please explain.
Yeah, at least the game can be beaten. It's not like it's like an unfinished mess where...
Yeah. It's not like, that one Bobble Bobble game on DS? Like, this is a good example where they released the game and they had something completely missing. Where one of the stages, I think it was like stage 30 or something, they were supposed to have a boss because it was a boss stage, and they forgot to put the boss in the stage, so the game was literally unplayable. They had to recall it.
Did you get that off of Fact Hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had a feeling, like, as soon as I was talking about it, I was like, you know what I'm mentioning. It was a good Fact Hunt.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Fact Hunt, too. Such a good show. But yeah, like, I mean... I'm not trying to downplay what Sonic 06 is. It's just, as a guy who's played it, like, literally, like, more than I can count on one hand, then it's not a freaking horrible, like, it's a horrible game, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be.
Well, you must like it because you did an LP on it.
Yeah, I did an LP on this channel with it. It's not... The only thing that I really get annoyed with Sonic 06 anymore is, well, besides slow down, like I just saw there. I don't know why it was slowing down that bad.
Yeah, good old 360 emulation of an original Xbox game. Working crappy.
But, like, the only thing that really just flat out annoys me with Sonic 06 anymore is, well, there's two things. One is the loading screens. That's it.
Oh yeah, load times are atrocious. No matter what you do, they're trying to minimize
no matter what I do there, that's always going to be an annoyance, no matter what it is. But the only other thing that I really just can't stand about Sonic 06, and I will not defend it, is Knuckles and Rouge's clinging to wall glitch. I cannot stand that. That is actually an obscuring gameplay kind of thing. Like, literally, the game has funny, weird glitches and all this other stuff. Most of them are just tame. The Knuckles and Rouge glitch to the wall thing, that is flat out annoying.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sections unplayable because you can't get off the wall.
I can't get off the wall, and I don't know why. That is literally, like, the only excuse. Like, I will not defend this. That is annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the other glitches in Sonic 06, I'm like, these are laughable. Every game has these in some form or fashion. You know what I mean? If you look hard enough, every game has that. You just pulled one off just now.
Yeah, exactly.
You click through the wall.
Yeah. Another thing you can do in 06, because a lot of walls you just click through.
Yeah.
Especially with silver.
Yeah, it's just, a lot of the glitches in that game aren't as bad, found in other games too, so it's not like, oh, well, this is horrible because of this other thing. It's just like, if you look hard enough and try hard enough, you'll find it.
Oh, yeah.
You're lucky you didn't fall off that platform.
That's why I did the light speed dash there, because it kept me on the platform while still going fast. Because the rings, luckily, they end right at the end of the platform. Because the safest thing to do if you feel like you're going to fall off that very thin walkway is just use a flight character. Because then if you fall, you just fly.
You could just get back to the platform that you were on. Gosh, I remember Rail Canyon being this long. I guess it is the dark level, the dark teams level.
Well, especially for this level, Bold Station here, you go through more of the level because they have a completely different starting area compared to Team Sonic. In fact, actually, an interesting thing to note about this level is that in the Sonic Heroes demo, they would play like kiosks and your standard Walmart and such. The two levels they chose was Team Sonic Seaside Hill, which was a nice shortest level, and then they chose Team Dark Bullet Station, which is a pretty long level halfway through the game. On one of the harder teams. So it was kind of a big like difficulty spike compared to Team Sonic's level, which was pretty easy and didn't really have too many opportunities to kill you. Compared to this bottomless pit level, it's a big jump.
Did I mention that in some like play places at McDonald's, they would have a GameCube set up, and they'd always be playing this game in particular?
Yeah, I remember we talked about that one in the earlier parts, because I don't know why, but it was a fan favorite of a lot of McDonald's for some reason. I mean, it's a nice, colorful game, but it is surprising it was Sonic Heroes of all the games they picked.
Yeah.
Because you would think they would pick something like Mario.
A couple of McDonald's I went to around that time, and you'd see it at the at the McDonald's play place, and they would have GameCube set up there.
It just sounded like you said McDonald's play.
Play place.
I mean, they do play
didn't
us
say that.
sometimes.
They play with the food.
No, they play us by not giving the orders right.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So yeah, they had GameCube set up there.
Yeah, and even after like the GameCube was kind of discontinued, it was still like used quite frequently.
I mean, that makes sense, because a lot of the times when systems are discontinued, they'll still want to use them because we got it. We don't want to spend any more money on a different thing. Let's continue to use the thing that works. It happens all the time.
One thing I don't understand is well, what? Excuse me, what happened there?
Yeah, we did that with Team Sonic too. We just skipped the trigger for the bridge, but the bridge still exists.
I guess I just forget because it was like a week ago when we last recorded.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like the GameCube didn't sell very well. According to a lot of things, it only sold like what, 23 million units.
Yeah, I mean, it was the worst selling system in that generation. PS2 obviously sold the best, but even the Xbox did miles better compared to the GameCube. Because it was the newcomer, it's Microsoft, so it had namesake behind it as well. People were just curious.
And they're just like, I guess I find it odd when places like that have GameCubes. I'm just like, I remember GameCube, especially nowadays, finding GameCube games is absolutely really hard.
Yeah. Well, nowadays it makes a lot of sense because we're in that era that a lot of people, like us included, we grew up with these systems and now we have nostalgia for it because it's considered retro. So all the people who grew up on these generations of games, they're wanting things like N64, PlayStation, GameCube, PS2, early Xbox, stuff like that. Because now it's time to build up that retro library of things I grew up with, which is this stuff.
Chaos control.
I'm at the goal ring. Don't care. Got a team blast first.
I might as well, because it does stop the timer. Gives me more time to get these rings. If the light speed dash actually works.
Just watch this.
There we go.
There you go.
It works when it feels like it, I swear.
I need those extra 1,000 points because I don't know if I got A rank or not.
I mean, I also took a hit, so that didn't help with my overall ring total. Because the weird thing about this section at the end, and it goes for all 4 teams that can come here, the camera doesn't pull back fast enough, so I got hit from an enemy because I couldn't see it, because I was still moving around, but the camera was way back in the far end of Bullet Station.
Mm.
My goodness. Loading. I'm trying to load. I can't move.
Yeah, you can tell the more I played this game using a 360 backwards compatibility, the more I wish I had an original Xbox lying around. It's still one of the systems I do want to pick up.
Ready all cannons! Open fire!
Hello, Egg Albatross.
Then we already take this thing down once.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
And we gotta do it 2 more times.
Exactly.
He just keeps rebuilding it and you guys just keep destroying it. How rude.
Well, the weird thing about this game's plot is that all 4 of these teams are technically doing the same thing at the same time. So it's like Eggman rebuilds the thing, then Team Dark comes here, and then he has to rebuild it again, then Team Rose is here, and then once again, Team Chaotix. Does he have 5 minutes with this contraption before someone tries to tear it down?
I don't know if where Eggman gets all these like where he builds all these machines, but holy crap, he like must have like a factory that just pop. He pushes a button and says, "Okay, I want egg albatross. Let's make 5 of these things."
I mean, he does have a whole air fleet in this game, so you're not wrong. He probably does have a workshop where you can just pump out like 4 at once. In fact, that's probably what actually is going on with this. Eggman has 4 of each robot he uses in these boss fights because he knows he needs them.
Because he knows Sonic's friends suck.
Versus Bobblehead.
Says, I hate bobbleheads.
Oh, so Shadow's a robot too. Oh.
Yeah, where did that shadow robot head come from? That wasn't here during that boss fight.
Yeah, that wasn't here during that boss fight.
Kind of a weird thing to include in the cutscene. You get why they do it, is to plant that seed of, am I the real Shadow or not? But that kind of came out of nowhere.
And then, like I said, that won't get resolved until until the next game during the final boss fight. If you wait 3 minutes.
Sega knows how to do closure.